So we actually have journeys that we are put on to prepare us to help others, specifically for a journey they're going to be on and we're going to cross paths, right? Let me give you, it's multiple examples, but I'm going to give you a personal one, and this is filled with love and light. So my sister, my oldest sibling, she passed away when I was 21 years old. She died suddenly, and it just hit our family like a ton of bricks, like really hard. My mother especially, okay, to lose a child, because you know how it usually goes, is usually you expect the parents to go before the children, right? But she was my older sister, and she just died suddenly, right? And it changed my mother, her reality, her heart, and her perspective, especially when it comes to relationships. Now, my mom is a fantastic mother. She still is, always has been. I love her to life. I love her so much. And she knows this because we've talked about this, right? Now, the mother before my sister passed away, she always would help her children. But, you know, when her husband would get involved for some reason, I don't know why spouses, I'm not just going to say husbands because it could be the wives too, get jealous of the relationship that the parent has with the child if the child is not their biological child, right? So before my sister passed away, you know, my mom has always had a beautiful relationship with all of her children, and she still does. But it would be the journey of when she would be married, because she was always in a marriage, she's married, and the husband had a type of perspective about her children, then she would follow his lead, although she would still love us. So it was just like anything that he said would go, you know what I mean, whatever the belief was, right? So after my sister passed away, it was a eye-opener or a game changer, like a shocker to her, you know what I mean? And she definitely had her own journey. Our parents have their own journey just like we do. That's what I try to tell people, you know, that I know that everyone's childhood was totally different, but our parents have a journey as well, just like their parents and their parents and their parents, okay? If you believe in incarnation, reincarnation, well, we ain't gonna get into all of that. But anyways, so this journey, fast forward many years later, right? And it's funny because we're just talking about this. You know, I got a call in to take a path that, of course, I'm going to be in position to help people in the world, myself, and for my bloodline. But it required me to rely on others, you know, that the Most High and my angels and ancestors have me cross paths with, right? Now, when I decided to walk away from my old reality and my business, a lot of people couldn't comprehend why I was doing what I was doing or whatever the case was. And then my mom allowed me to go back home and live with her, and she's married, and her husband, right? And he was totally against it or whatever. And it was just a situation in itself. But what I realized is that now the mother before my sister passed away, if her husband now would have been hooting and hollering and making accusations and putting his input as far as grown children should not be living with their parents, that we should be out on their own regardless of me pursuing my dreams, starting a new career and trying to build a new business from the ground up, and what I was going to do with it, the whole blueprint laid out and it was divinely guided or orchestrated, none of that matters or whatever, that grown children should not be at home, we should fend for ourselves, and that's based on how he was taught, she would have gone along with it. But the mother I have now, this version of her with the growth